which sells best. This is going to be a very quick whiz through which sells best design-wise, right? And let's have a look. So here we are. This is our basic t-shirt. Why am I using a t-shirt? I'm using a t-shirt because that's a really good starting point. But basically, most things that you stick on a t-shirt, you can stick on a mug, or you can stick on a clock, or you can possibly stick on a pair of leggings, or a notebook, or a journal, or anything. And I mean anything. Deck chair, wallpaper, you know, absolutely anything. So here's your blank top. Now, what sells really well, what does sell very, very well, are images and slogans. So let's have a quick look. And this is probably the most boring t-shirt I've ever come up with. It just says goat. It's not a particularly appealing font. I mean, it is the font that I use in my branding, which it works for, but it's not necessarily a particularly appealing font for a t-shirt. I wouldn't necessarily want my t-shirts to just be in Playfair display. I just think it would be a bit dull. Now, goat obviously is a thing these days. God of all things. I know, even Lynx. Yeah, even deodorant. So we've got goat. It's great. It's fine. It's a bit dull. Someone somewhere might buy it. Does look a bit like I've just done it at home with a marker pen, doesn't it? And a stencil. So I might think, oh, I'm going to go into AI and have a look and see if I can come up with a great goat image, see what I can do. Or I might just go into Canva or Creative Fabric or something like that to find a nice goat image. So that's what I did. Let's go to the next slide. See, we're nearly halfway through already. Now this one, here's my goat. I've got my image. Yeah, it's a goat. It's a funny looking goat, but it is a goat, and I've left the background on. There's so much more I could do with it. But interestingly, by the way, Canva now has their own AI. I don't know if you know, it's here in apps, and you basically do text to image. And here, this is where I found my goat. I could have picked this guy. This might have worked quite well, actually, because he's quite a sort of saintly, godly figure. So that might have worked quite well, mightn't it? Anyway, tell you what, let's do that. Should we do that? Let's have him instead. So yeah, I've got him here. He looks very holy. Really, I wanted like a strong man with a head of a goat, but it didn't really work. I got this one, very generic. See these everywhere now. So there we are. There's my goat, man with a goat t-shirt. Not very exciting, is it? Not very exciting. Now, think here. What would you put for your keywords for this? What would you put for your SEO? Would you put goat, obviously, God of all things, man with goat, my man is a goat, things like that? What about, wouldn't it work better if, and it's going to go back to the original image, so bear with me, we had this one. What about if you've got words and an image? Now, obviously, still, I'd play around with the font, and there's a lot of work I can do with this. There's a lot more I can do with this yet to make it really something worth buying. But mix together text with a picture. So if you come up with some beautiful, beautiful imagery, are people going to be searching just for that image? Do you want to put some text with it? Do you want to even change, if we go into this one now, and if we even change this to my man is a complete spelled wrong. Obviously, font size. And then we could have our goat here as well. Now this is very rudimentary, very basic, and you would really want to play around with it and come up with something much nicer. I mean, yuck, don't like that at all. But what I am doing is I'm already giving you the keywords. I'm already giving people to search something to search. See what I mean? So now it's starting to actually look like something people might search for, something people might buy. Now, if you're doing things that for your branded products, again, do you want just the logo or do you want the logo with some wording underneath? Is it more likely to be popular or interesting to people if you've got things like your slogan or for example, we have our pillars, your motto. We have our educate, innovate, create, elevate. We have all those things. Really make it interesting. Make it something people want to own and something people want to buy. And sometimes just an image on its own isn't enough. Often it's not enough. And the same with just a slogan. Bring them together. Bring them together. I'm going to put this one as it stands on Amazon and probably on Redbubble and probably on Spreadshirt and see if it sells. I bet it will, because we've got the two together, the juxtaposition. Okay, so let's get rid of that. And back to me. So a very simple, quick one today. Have you tried the new app Typecraft? Yes. Yeah. So Typecraft in Canva is, at the moment, all we can do is curves, or previously, all we could do in our, let's see if I can do it in here now without showing you all my customers' products things. So go to apps, Typecraft, isn't it? This one. What happens with Typecraft is you end up with more nodes. So these little white blobs all around the word goat are my nodes. But can you see here with Typecraft in the bottom corner, just make sure this is showing up. Oh, it's not showing up. I'm going to go back in. And I'm going to do down here on the left-hand side, apps, type in Typecraft, press enter, there it is, Typecraft. And here it is. And then and you see this is me dragging. Oh, click. Dragging all the nodes to wherever I want. Oh, you can even do them inside out and back to front. Hilarious. So you can have a great time with it. And then if you want to add it to your design, you just do that. Mad. I mean, crazy. All the things. And Canva's great because it does keep bringing these other things in. And now it has more elements that you would probably pay other apps for. Think about who's going to be buying it. Think about how they're going to find it. And by putting text and a design together, you've got a much better chance. You're going to get the slogan people, you're going to get the picture people, bring them all together, get more sales. Okay, I hope that helps. Do put hashtag replay if you watch this later. And yeah, lovely to see you. Thank you for joining me live, and lots and lots of love. See you soon.